Hey there, it's Trisha, and I haven't done a video in a while because I've been working on a setup for a couple months and we've been trading it in the room for a few weeks, so I didn't want to do a video on the setup until everybody got the revision of the ebook, and you guys should all have that now. I got it out yesterday, so if you didn't get it, shoot me an email if you've purchased the ebook at some point you didn't receive the revision. But anyway, if you'd like to get more information on the setup, you can go to www.easyemintrade.com. So the way this came about was there's an indicator on the market out there. It's really interesting. It's not available for anything other than Ninja, so I set out to try and duplicate the entries, not necessarily the same signals that they were getting, because it gives you arrows telling you when to get in and so forth. And the way I came across that was somebody showed me a screenshot of it, and I could just see how powerful it definitely could be. And so I thought, wow, how great would it be if I could duplicate that? And so I really have come very close, and I've been able to do it. So what I'd like to do is go over the setups that occurred today. I did not get to trade today. Unfortunately, I had something come up unexpectedly, so the room was closed. But I thought I would go ahead and just kind of point out some things that might help you. And I'll do a few more videos this week, and I'll try and do a couple of weeks so you guys get the hang of it. But anyway, just refer back to the ebook, and I'm calling it a kaboom setup. It was just kind of a joke and it stuck. So, but nonetheless, here's where we opened. You can see it here. Still using a 3,000 tick chart as my overview of the market. In the ebook, you'll notice that I make mention of a 1597 tick chart, and that may come in the future, but not until I finish my back testing with it. So for now, I'm still using my overview on a 3,000 tick chart. I'm taking the setups as they occur off of a 1.5 point range chart, and this is the NQ that I'm showing you. If you're trading the ES, I might recommend a 1 point range chart. The 1 point range on the NQ is just a little fast for the room, so 1.5 has been working out pretty well. Plus you don't get a lot of false signals, so that's been working out pretty well. You can use a 1 minute chart, you can use a 377 tick chart, you can use whatever you like. This has worked out well because it does get us in the trade very early. And you can see price is plotting above the moving average here, and so because of that, I'm going to be looking for a long. You may find after trading this for a while that you will be willing to take the setups in both directions, regardless of what is going on over here in the broader view. So here's where we're open, and you can see my indicator here. I have it colored, so when everything gets below zero, it's red. When everything gets above zero, it's green. And I've described that in the ebook, so if you want a little more information on that, just view the ebook, and if you have any questions, just shoot me an email. But you can see when we opened, we're just kind of trading in a range here. We have resistance above us, we have support below us, so nothing really to do there until it can pick a direction. Yes, we do get everything turning red here, you can see it, but again, we're not trading below this moving average, so I'm not interested in a short. We get everything turning green here, which would signal a buy. And we do get closed above our middle line here and our moving average. However, we do have resistance above us. You can see that it does work out just fine. The targets for this are 2 and 4, and then trail a final third. And the initial stop on a 1.5 point range is going to have to be 3 points. If you took it, it worked out. Another opportunity would have been here. You can see it kind of curl back down and then start higher again, all while the histogram increasing in size. Everything's still in line. But realistically, I'm not interested in anything here until it decides which direction it wants to go, for me personally. We're just really going sideways here. A way that you can tell where it might be a little quiet and you want to wait for direction is, this is the ADX on a 1 minute chart, and you don't really want to put the ADX on the range chart because it's not going to work. It's going to be very lagging. If you see that your ADX is kind of just flatlining below 20 on the 1 minute chart, then you might want to just wait until it decides to pick a direction here. You do get closed above resistance here. You can see it, but at this point we've gone pretty high on our with our indicator here. You're going to find that when the setup occurs, the sooner you get in with the setup occurring when the line is first crossing zero and our histogram maybe has only gone a few bars, the better. And you usually will get an opportunity to jump back in. So not looking for a short here, and the line has not turned red, so ignore this here. You're turning back to green, but you're still at resistance, so you ignore. And then here, you break above resistance. Everything is just now turning green again with our histogram. You can see it here. Our line is heading higher and it's green. We're above our moving average over here. So you enter in, you buy, with the expectation that you have resistance above you here at this 1875 area. So you're shooting for 2 and 4 and trail a final third. What I typically do is when I get my first target, I'm moving my stop to my entry. So you take it and it works out just fine. You're not looking for a short here when everything's turning red because you're still trading above the 9-period moving average and you're at support, so you're ignoring the shorts. So here you get closed above the middle line and above our moving average again. We're still above the moving average over here, and you know you have resistance above you, but that's going to be your target area, and it works out, gets you to your target area, and then of course if you move your stop to your entry, then you're stopped out. So here your target is the resistance area, it gets there and it pulls back. You can see here that you have a short setting up right here, everything turning red, close below the middle line and our moving average. Now I do want to point out that when your moving average is just kind of going like sideways here, like you can see this, that's a good time to stay out until it actually starts a little bit more of a slope. You can see here it starts to curve a little bit more. Again, totally up to you, but usually when it's going to make the change from one direction or another, you're going to go sideways for a little bit. But nonetheless, it still works out. You go sideways for just a little while, and it does continue lower. This did set up after 11:30, so even if I was trading, it wouldn't have been something that I would have gotten in for me personally, just because I don't trade during lunch. You can see it worked out just fine. You have support here, and that would be your target. Right here, you get another opportunity when your histogram starts increasing in size again and is still red. It breaks support here, and you can take that expecting to get down to the next area of support. And again, I want to point out that if the market is quiet, just sit back and let it go. You will get another opportunity to get on board. Here you can see that everything is turning green. You have your green histogram, your line is turning green. You actually, on our moving average, we're not above it yet until like this bar right here. You're at resistance, so you're really not interested in taking anything above there. So that would be something that you would pass on. Here, this is 149, and you do get a short setting up. You close below the middle line, the moving average, everything turning red. And if you take that, then you know that you do have this support area right here below you. And you are below the moving average over here. It's on this bar right here. So if you took that, you would have to know that you have support right here at the 59.50 area. Oftentimes, I'm going to point out with this taking trades off the range chart, it is usually really easy to get that first target of 2. So even if you're just getting your first target of 2 and you're moving your stop to your entry, then no big deal, you got your 2. If you're trading the ES, you're looking for 1 as your first target. So then you break below here, and then you'd be looking for another opportunity to get in. There really isn't one once you get below this area, because you can see that plenty of bars have already gone by here. We've gone lower here on our line for a little while, so you'd be waiting for a bounce or a pullback. And you actually do get it here, but the issue is that you're at support, and you're waiting for it to get through that support area right here, and also you have our high from Friday right below you, as well as you have the ES at support too. So granted, we're not trading the ES, but if one of these gets held up at a support area, the other is. So if you're trading the NQ and the ES is coming down to a support area, you can expect that you're going to have difficulty getting through until the ES breaks it, and vice versa is true. This here is at 142. And you get a long setting up, and you are trading above the moving average right here, and you take it, you're closed above the middle line, closed above the moving average, everything is green, and you're through resistance, and you actually could take it on any of these bars right here, and the target area is going to be the area of resistance above you at 1859. So anyway, I'll do a few more of these this week, and I hope that helps. And if you have any questions, you can shoot me an email.